I do feel like it's a real gift that we got this one straight to streaming, but I also would really have liked to see this one on the big screen. Welcome to my movie review of Everybody's Talking About Jamie. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week, and then movie reviews just like this one here at the weekend. I will leave my movie reviews playlist linked up above. They are always spoiler free, and I have what I think is a fairly diverse taste in movies, but have a look at the playlist, you tell me. Yes, Everybody's Talking About Jamie. It's very hard to say without singing it, but basically this was an amazing stage show set in and around Sheffield. I saw this on stage back in 2018, and then it's like I transitioned my way towards it being a movie. This is now streaming on Amazon Prime. It came to Amazon Prime on Friday. Very excited. I arranged my Friday evening so I could watch it on Friday and bring you this movie review here today. But yeah, I saw it on stage in 2018, thought it was amazing, and then I was lucky enough to see it probably in 2019 in my cinema in Denver, streaming the stage show, and I was the only person in a giant movie theatre watching this on the big screen. I will try and find my review of that one where I talk about that a little bit, and I'll link it up above. I'll try and find it for you. But yeah, and then now I watched it streaming on Amazon. But yeah, my big takeaway from this one is that I really wish that I'd been able to see this on the big screen. The movie itself, I think, has like all the same writers and choreographers and things as the stage show, as far as I'm aware, and it's like for like the same setting and script and characters. Siri's getting in on the action there. Same setting and script and characters as the stage show. It's got the same songs in it. I believe there may be an extra song that was put in there because we have Richard E. Grant playing the drag queen Loco Chanel. So basically, everybody's talking about Jamie because Jamie wants to be a drag queen, and he is 16 and kind of outs himself, comes out as a drag queen at school, and all the hoo-ha that this causes. So it's such a feel-good musical. For me personally, it was quite weird because you know it's set in Sheffield and you've got all these kind of northern accents on the stage when you go and see it on the stage, but then seeing it actually being filmed in Sheffield, seeing Jamie's house and Jamie and his mum's house actually in Sheffield, it makes it feel a little bit more gritty. When you go and see a stage show, it's got that glitz and glamour of being at the theatre, hence all my sparkles and pink today. It's got that glitz and glamour feeling to it, and so even though you know it's set in Sheffield and you can kind of, like, if you've been there, picture where Jamie's house is and where the school is and kind of the area, some of it takes place in his backyard, on the stage as well as in the film, and it was kind of, it's got a sheen to it when it's on stage, whereas when you see the actual school and house and backyard in Sheffield for real in the film, definitely feels a little bit grittier and a little bit darker. But yeah, there's Richard E. Grant plays drag queen Loco Chanel, and they have an extra song. She has an extra song, slash the guy that runs the shop has an extra song, I believe. I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen the musical twice. Believe I didn't hear this song before. And it's able to use kind of like flashbacks and through like historical video clips, fictional historical video clips, to kind of give you a bit of the history of the Pride movement and looking back to sort of rioting and police brutality back in the 80s and the AIDS pandemic and what have you. So I really liked the addition of that, but again, it kind of adds to the feeling of it being a little more grittier than the stage show, and just like taking away some of that sheen and glitz and glamour, but then at the same time there is a scene where Jamie has a kind of like Vogue-esque song, which is in the stage show. And again, I won't go into at what point in the story that is, because this is spoiler free, as you know. But that is able to use like different visual effects and different clips and have different kind of costumes and makeup and parts in black and white, whereas obviously that just wouldn't be possible on a stage show. It felt a lot more like an actual music video, like the video of Vogue. And so at the same time, that makes it feel more glamorous. So the differences between the stage show and the movie, there are some differences, but the story overall and the feeling overall and the songs and the characters are just as wonderful in both. I really did enjoy seeing the film. However, I would have really liked to have been able to been given the chance to watch this on the big screen. I think it would have been amazing with that like loud sound of the cinema replicating the loud sound that you get when you go to the theatre. You know, when you go to the theatre and you can feel the vibrations coming from the orchestra in your stomach, and then when you go to the cinema and see something that has kind of, I love seeing musicals on the big screen, even if they're older musicals. I still love seeing them on the big screen because you get that impact, you get that music, you get swept away in all of the like rhythm and the tunes and things like that. So whilst it is lovely, I really wish it had been released on the big screen rather than just being released on Prime. However, the fact that it's released on Prime means that you can finish watching this glowing movie review and go and stream it right now. I believe it was a Prime exclusive, so I think it should be on as much in the US as it is in the UK. It came out on Friday, as I say, and I just thought it was great. It was interesting seeing different actors portraying the characters. When I saw it on stage in the West End, it was one cast. When I saw it being streamed in my cinema, it was a different cast, and now again I've seen it for a third time with a different cast and on the screen. Some of the casting choices were excellent, and I really enjoyed seeing these actors sort of playing different parts than they usually play. Seeing Richard E. Grant playing a drag queen was definitely interesting. I will say I feel like we got to see more of other drag queens in the stage musical, whereas they are definitely very much background characters in the film version. They don't have kind of their own song or their own lines, so to speak, but they're kind of there and supporting Jamie the first time he performs as a drag queen, which is definitely impactful. And yeah, I like the fact that we've got, again, a film with a different setting, something being set in Sheffield. I can think of something else involving men dancing around in Sheffield that's one of my all-time favourite films and has a great soundtrack as well. This one definitely had me sort of singing along with the songs that I knew, and some of those songs are definitely earworms, which is why I cannot say everybody's talking about Jamie without singing it in my head. So yeah, if I was telling you whether you should pay your cinema going money to go and see this one, I absolutely would say so. It's such a great musical. It's so well written, and it's definitely will have you feeling like you are sort of dancing in your seat. But since this one is coming to streaming, should you stream this one? Absolutely you should. But try and stream it on the biggest screen you can and with the best sound that you can. I wouldn't recommend watching this one on your laptop. Try and watch it on your TV and try and get your speakers set up so you can really feel the bass line of those rousing musical numbers. I thought it was really great. I really enjoyed it, and I would happily watch it again sometime soon, and probably will. So thank you so much for watching. I will be back with more bookish content for you in the week, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on that one, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I post my movie review next weekend. I have a book versus movie as well as a reading vlog coming up for you very soon. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if there is anything coming to cinemas anytime soon that you would like to hear my thoughts on, or anything that I may have missed that's been out recently that I have not reviewed yet. Always happy to go and watch movies on demand. But I will see you with that bookish content in the week. Thanks for watching.